What's up, y'all? Shuffle, and today we're doing another viewer run. This is from Keith Lemon or Layman. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but this is the final mission of the game. So if you don't want spoilers, then we'll see in the next one. So I apologize, but we're gonna find out what went wrong in this run. So we're doing some doctoring here, and I have it hidden, because spoilers. So I'm gonna assume everyone that cares is gone. And actually, before I start it, haha, if you enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out the box below for Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon. There you go. Okay. So, let's take a look. Let's see what this is about. I don't want to show what the name of the video is yet either, but you can probably guess what's coming. I'll tell you what the name of the video is later. That's right, we're gonna skip the walk to Ancestor. We get the secret room.
You and I, at the end of the world. Cosmic.
Yeah. Let's see, so we got actually some really good Jester quirks. So we have Evasive, Natural Swing, Slugger. Those are all pretty good. We don't have Dirk Stab. We could do like a Dirk Stab Lance Dance in this team with Crusader. We don't need this much stress resistance on Jester. This is, I think, 45% stress resist. It needs another 20 from Tune, so that's 65. I don't think we need that much. I'd rather have taken like something defensive like a dodge trinket. Here we have Evasive too, which would make it pretty good. Like, we could have got up to like 55 dodge, which pretty good in this fight, honestly. That's Slice Off. Slice Off's good. So take a look at anyone else. Got Martyr Seal, Bracer on Hellion. Looks like she has some kind of... Oh, that's Martyr Seal. So I know where she's getting some HP from. So none of these really do anything this fight. That kind of sucks. Adrenaline is interesting. No Bleed Out. I would like Bleed Out here. But like these three are fine. Yop would probably also be kind of good. Then that's fine. It's fine. This actually saves on bandages and holy water. Okay. I tried to record this video before, actually, and I was having issues. So we're gonna slow down. The reason I was having issues because like there's other stuff going on at the time, and I remember having a real hard time trying to see what Vestal had. Yes, we're not doing a Lance Dance with this comp. Strangely enough, Bulwark of Faith, this is the best fight for it in the entire game. Because this fight is so freaking long, I still probably wouldn't press it unless you're doing like a 2-man or something. But this actually gets really good in this fight because of the length. Okay, so we got Support Crusader and then we got Candled. Like, these are okay. No accuracy. We're really depending on Jester to give us accuracy for this, which I'm a bit scared about. We have Fairweather, which is nice. Calm, none of these really matter in terms of negatives. Winded, none of these really matter as negatives, so Crusader's pretty chill. Wham, 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 wham. Wham, wham. Vestal. This is the one I had so much trouble with. Lazy Eye Locked. Jester, you have to pull a lot of weight, dude. And then we have Hard Skin. Quick Draw's not really going to matter. Daredevil's pretty nice for low HP, but Hard Skin should provide an ample amount of defense. We have Sacred Scroll and Chirurgeons. We don't need both of these. I really don't like Sacred Scroll overall just because the minus stun and the minus damage really does hurt Vestal a lot. And she has so many options for healing trinkets anyway. So like Tome of Holy Healing is probably better. And we have 2 stress healers. And we can just kill Vestal first at the end if we need to. So the stress on her isn't really a big deal, but the lack of accuracy is starting to scare me across this whole team. I'm gonna get back to normal, sorry. Can this go away? Turn up on mine. So the first part of this fight can really drag because you're trying to get the corrupted copies, and sometimes they just don't pop. Like you can just go like 4 waves and not see one. It's really annoying. Valid. I think we have the the Jester District. I forget what it's called. It's not Puppet Theater. I can't remember what Jester's District's called. Because I think... Maybe we don't. I was going to say, I think Ballad gives, like, 4 speed at this level. And he's up to 9 base, I think. But he might always be 9 base. I thought he was, like, 7 or 8. So, stunning gets difficult. But we have stunning. So here... That's fine. I would have considered if it bleeds here, just because this one hasn't taken a turn, so... bleed, like, damage over time gets really good if they haven't taken their turn yet. But we killed that thing in 2 hits, so that's really good. We have a lot of bonus damage. Stun. Sitting here trashing on Sacred Scroll, and we're getting some pretty good stuns, so that's nice. We don't need a stress heal yet. It's way too soon. We need damage. We need to get these things popped as fast as possible. We can heal in phase 2 if we need to, or phase 3. This part of the fight is so annoying that I really recommend trying to push through it as fast as you can. This is where, like, everything happens too. Because the longer you take, the more stress you take, the more damage you take, the more things you go through. And that makes the rest of the fight harder. But if you get through this part as fast as you can, then you really minimize those things. And there are plenty of other times to try and heal up through the fight. And if you make it to the end without, you know, being death stored on like 4 people, then you should be okay most of the time. I don't know. I say this, and when I think it's when I beat Torchless the first time. I say first time, it's the only time I beat it, but when I beat Torchless the first time, I'm pretty sure that's the one where the last phase, so Heart of Darkness, just played out of its mind. And, you know, it took the 2 coming to your makers, and then it actually killed someone with another attack. So I was a little scared when that was happening. This Crusader's hitting pretty hard. Oh, I think he has Fairweather, right? Group heal. Group heal's pretty good here. Usually stunning is more efficient, and I would advocate for it, but we have Sacred Scroll, which is really biting us in the butt here. And then the other is, I think if we have Fairweather on Crusader, then we really should be keeping his HP topped off, because he's going to do a lot of damage. Unless Fairweather's on someone else, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Crusader. You have a lot of trinkets with bonus stress too, which I'm a little frightened of. Because we have 2 stress healers. Was it like the third wave and we finally got one? 3rd or 4th wave? Yeah, the big issue that I'm seeing... We have a couple stress healers, but we have no stun. Like, no reliable stunning besides Stunning Blow. And we're not using that. And since we're not using Stunning Blow, like, we're getting trapped right now in falling behind with the damage. So that's fine. I'm glad we killed something there. Because it's either we have to just go, like, foot on the gas pedal, or we have to go for a more control element. And we should just give up on stunning. Just like Sacred Scroll, and they're slightly higher than average stun resist as enemies. It's really not going to land. Like, I think their base stun resist, we'll take a look. I think it's 73. We'll see if we can mouse over someone. And Dazzling Light, I think, is 140. This is a good group heal turn. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the stats. Alright, Hellion's going to attack, right? 72. Okay. Oh, did Ballad fall off? It did, because Vessel doesn't have it. Because we've been stressing on the whole time. We need Ballad. We're, like, this is a pretty textbook example of what I talk about in some of the other videos. Where we're favoring reactive gameplay right now. Like, we're not using Ballad, we're not stunning, so all of our proactive options are off the table. And now we're we have to recover against something we can't out-heal. Like, we're healing for 10 and 14, and then we just get hit for 23. Like, that... It's taking 2 turns to heal that. Then we can't reliably stun these because of Sacred Scroll. Yeah, so it's 72. We're down to 130, so it's a 58% chance to stun these. That's not high. I'd rather, you know, it be 68, obviously. Or 78 even if we had a Dazzling Charm. Like, I probably would have took a Chirurgeon's and, like, Dazzling Charm, honestly. Or Tome of Holy Healing and Dazzling Charm. Or CC set if we had that. The Martyr Seal is interesting too. The Hellion, there's no way Hellion's hitting 0 HP with a Vestal with double healing trinkets. And Crusader's a healer. When was the last time we Ballad? I remember seeing Ballad for a minute. Maybe we did use... I always lose track of time in this fight. I'm really curious how far this makes it. God, Ballad is so needed. Because with Battle Ballad, we'd be going faster, so we'd be going before these things attack us. Our crit rate would be higher, so we could stick those stuns with Vestal maybe that have more trouble sticking. Crusader could stick stuns. Like this team should have like 1 or 2 things stunned every turn, and it's killing 1 or 2 things every turn as well. So like we could stun 1 or 2 with Crusader and Vestal, and then we could just use like Battle Ballad once or twice, slice off, maybe 1 stress heal, then Ballad again, get like 1 or 2 stacks. And though between Hellion and Jester doing damage, and Crusader and Vestal having things locked down, we could be doing fine here. We're seeing here like we have this huge healing setup on Vestal in a fight like where the first phase is stress damage. We should stun with Crusader. See, this is a breakpoint thing. Vestal is most likely gonna afflict no matter what she got hit by, even with that. So unless she's at, just be like 75, I think, or maybe like 77 to not get afflicted here. But if she's at like 78 or 79 or something like that, she's gonna afflict, I think. All right, not anymore. Yeah, this is honestly... We made a team, and we're not using a lot of their best buttons. Or, like, we're not setting up their best buttons to succeed. It's like we're not using Ballad. Our Dazzling Light's pretty weak. We're not using Stunning Blow. So right now, Hellion has to... I actually wouldn't use the bandage there either. And the reason is we have so much healing boost on Vestal that why not just tank the bleeds and let her heal him up? Because when you run Sacred Scroll, you're kind of committing yourself to a heavy, like a heal spam type of situation. See, look at that. That was good. So, if we're not going to be spamming heal every single turn, good. If we're not spamming heal every single turn, then we don't need Sacred Scroll. Is that corrupted? That's not. It's always fun to try and see if... Oh, damn, she's only taken 12? That must be the tune debuff, or tune buff. It's always fun to try and find if you're getting a corrupted one or not when it's summoning. Stun, stun, stun. So that's like placebo right there. Where it looks good. It's like, well, heal for, you know, 14. It's like, yeah, that's respectable. But, like, these things are hitting us for 12 or 25 or whatever stress every time they hit us. So stuns are mitigating more stress damage than the stress heals are doing. That was a good hit by Hellion. I'm starting to think that Martyr Seal... I can see why you would take it. But it's starting to... Like, I didn't think much of it when I saw it at the beginning, but just as this fight's playing out, I'm feeling Martyr Seal's just not doing anything. It's effectively 15% bonus HP when we have 2 healers in the team, and Vestal has bonus 45% healing. It's 45, it's 48. I think it's 48. Sacred Scroll 30 or 33? I think it's 33. Just attack. Smite. Smote them. I love Crusader, dude. Calling it now, Crusader's the last one that dies. Like, quite a lot. He's probably gonna have like 2 or 3 turns up by himself. That is if we TPK to this fight. How many... If this is a failed run, we have to have 3 deaths available. Because we brought a full party, which means we don't have to 2-man it. Getting some pretty moderate rolls. That sucks. Holy crap. I would have fished that one off on, yeah, that middle one. Like, it's stunned and all that, but now that's 12 damage we have to find. That's 12 damage we have to find on a team that is struggling for damage right now. So occultist numbers. Okay, good. I think they had the recognition there. Like, they checked. They're like, can I heal them out of range of affliction? No. And so that was the right thing to do. Like, we couldn't do anything about it, so. The interesting thing is, since this fight is so long, we really could try and heal that affliction off. It'd be kind of tough. We have to do it in phase 2. I hope we make it out of phase 1, man. This is starting to look scary. I like going for that one in case you get a crit and blow it up. That was right. That Martyr Seal is not going to matter if Hellion Heart attacks. Ooh, Ancestor getting crits at the right time. Yeah, depending on how many deaths are available, this is already heading into retreat territory. Like, we could have zapped the second one. Yeah, we don't need Iron Swan for this fight, do we? Just realized, like, yeah, you might be able to pop it on phase 2. Ancestor just getting all the crits now. I think it's 3 crits in like 2 turns. Like, you can Iron Swan on phase 2, I think, but why not just use like an adrenaline rush and get ready? Okay. The first bit of this was like, there were some things I could pick apart in terms of like choices and plays and all that. This is just unlucky now. The boss is just chain critting. That's just unlucky. Like, we're already in a bad spot, and to get chain crit after that, that is backbreaking. Crusader, dude. Did we get Stalwart? Oh my god, it's the best one. And they're all good. We had this discussion on stream, but corrupted one? Dude, this fight's turning around. Ballad. 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 See, the reason we ballad here is because, look, none of these have a turn, right? If we use ballad this turn, everyone gets bonus crit and speed for next turn and this turn. The speed won't matter until next turn. But then Jester will be so fast after one shot of ballad that next turn, he can use Inspiring Tune anyway. And it won't matter. Like, he'll be able to go first and still do the same thing, except now you just give your team a bunch of, you know, extra stuff this turn. Be really good there. Oh, Hellion's gonna screw everyone up. Alright, please don't heal. Bop this thing. Okay. The other thing, too, is just seeing where we're at in this fight. Seeing that we have an Affliction, we had another Resolve check, then we have Vestal on the way in a few turns, most likely, depending on some stuff. Because Jester can't keep everyone down at this point. So, just having all of this and the boss being at half for this phase, like, we just need to push it. I'm surprised that bleed went through with the Virtue buff. Missing that ballad. What's our chance to hit? 87. So one ballad would cap us. I would say the largest contributing factor of this fight so far has been not using Battle Ballad. But I would be personally trying to push this through right now. So we could heal... Like, we can heal on phase 2. Phase 2 still does a lot of damage and stuff. It's definitely not a cakewalk, but it's easier than this phase. Marked yourself. I don't think there's any marked synergy. It's unlucky. Missing once, understandable. Missing twice, no. This game is so punishing. Like, you make a couple mistakes, and then the game gets, you know, a couple crits back to back or something like that, and it just snowballs you out of the game. It's kind of frustrating. We should be considering retreating. Like I said, I don't know how many deaths are allowed for this point. If it's 3, I am retreating here. Because this team is obviously not working. Something is just fundamentally not doing it here. And now the boss is starting to get lucky where it needs to. I also want to look and see if we make it to... No, I'm not going to spoil it. So I want to look and see if we make it to another phase. We have to. Or do we have to? Nice. -3. Alright. Not -6. Feels bad. Group heal. Like, the HP won't be an issue. Vessel gets like 2 turns to heal and everyone's like topped up for the most part. I'm fine with stun. Good part is if Crusader hits 200 stress, he just goes back to 0. So for those of you who don't know, if you have a Virtue and you hit 200 stress after your Virtue, it gets rid of your virtue and it just drops you to 0. 0 stress, not heart attacks, so that's pretty nice. I remember one time when I was playing Torchless, someone told me that because I didn't know that's how it worked either. And I had someone stressed out and they got to like 195 after that. Like they hit a virtue and then they got to 195 and they're like, Shuff, just walk around until they hit 200. And I was like, what? Walked around, hit 200. Back to 0. Because as it is, you know, if we're not doing this mission, obviously, if we're doing just like a regular mission, and you're over 100 stress, even though you're virtued, you're going to leave, and I think you are at 100 stress. There's no rhyme or reason to keep it. I'd take the slice off, yeah. Like, it's okay that the chance of killing this thing in one hit is very small. We'd have to hit max damage and stick the bleed. But you have to start doing damage. Let's see what happens here. Beating up Chester. Hellion would be very close to her. Oh my god. We're getting so bad with the affliction luck too. Stun the front one. It's unfortunate. That was the right call. Okay, we got another corrupted one. Good. We're almost through this. Okay, finally. She refused like 2 heals, right? Yes! Oh, Ballad. Although Hellion's the one that needs it most, and she didn't get it, but it's fine. Let's get opener. Just clean it up, Crusader. Stunning blow. Wow. Well, should double check and see if stunning blow does enough damage to kill it, but oh no, we had Ballad, so Smite was right. Okay. Man, when I see Virtue, I was thinking back to my Torchless run that I was streaming. Today specifically was very bad. I went to a Warrens mission. I think out of 4 fights I did, I had 3 surprises. And I got surprised on spiders and I almost died. And I've already had to make 2 Death Door checks on this file, and I don't like that. Like, I'm not going to survive every Death Door check, so I need to not make any more if I can help it. This Hellion dude. Should have killed rank 2. At least we get to listen to the banging music track. Nice. Cool. This feels so bad. No. Kinda needed that battle ballad. Let's summon one thing here. Nope. Oh my god. They don't stop snowballing Hellion. Stop it. Stun that one. Just stun it and slow it down. Like, we could have stunned it. We healed for 10 and then we took 13. So the Jester buff is helping out a little bit. You know, Jester spamming Ballad on her. No, it's not right. I was gonna say you can actually tank those, right? Because you're healing for 14 and getting hit for 13. But then I realized there's 3 of them. So you actually can't out-heal this at all. Heart attack. 1 away? This is worth considering a retreat here. Oh, 3 HP. Oh my god. Got a healer. Oh. This is tough, man. It's afflicted. Well, my virtue. So, I'm double check if I'm recording. Yeah, I am. Okay. Listen, I don't want to get a half hour into this video and not have a recording going. But you see what I'm saying, right? We have been healing with Jester the vast majority of turns. And we still can't stop this. We've resolve checked on 3 heroes. One of them virtued, thankfully, but 2 of them afflicted. One of them is heart attacked. And that's just because reactive playstyle is just they can't win long term. Like, we have Jesta, which is the best recovery duo in the entire game, with Crusader, who's a supplemental healer who can heal both HP and stress, and we can't keep up. Not playing this way anyway. Head nords, heart attack again. 11, it's so low. Crusader taking care of himself. God, Star Wars hella good, dude. That was a good one. I like Courageous a lot too. I like the group stress healing. Someone asked me about Focus, which I think gives a damage buff. And it's kind of weird. Like, sometimes I'll just throw it on like your Vessel or something like that. It's like, okay. So what happened this fight is we just got grinded out in phase 1. We tried to play really slow and defensively against a phase of the fight that punishes being slow and defensive. Which is another reason stuns are just ridiculous in this game. Like, think about every time we got hit for, you know, 23 or 25 stress or whatever, or even like 17. A stun would have been more preventative healing, or more preventative defensively than healing it afterwards. Helling back down to like 150 though. The one way this actually works in a strange way. No, we kill this thing. We have Vestal. She can single heal. Like, I guess I understand why, in case like Hellion refuses Vestal. Please get to phase 2. Oh, sorry about that. My chair is really noisy. Oh my god, we can do it! Oh my god, this is actually salvageable. Just go in. No! Just ballot anyway. Please. You know what's funny is that Hellion's been afflicted for so long. Oh god. And Vessel's been afflicted for, you know, a little bit too, but she's actually not. It doesn't matter as much. We need to kill this thing. It's right there. Like, we're done with this phase. Group heal. It's group heal. Gonna kill this next turn. So we did 17, then a heal for 11, so we did a net of 6 that turn. This is actually winnable from here. Crusader about to lose Stalwart, feels bad. This Hellions refused like everything. This is annoying. Kill it. Kill it. Probably could use Stunning Blow. It's hard to say. Oh, we did it. Okay.
The flesh is fluid. It can be changed, reshaped, remade.
Ancestor, please. Oh, that's kind of troll. Oh no, I think I see what happened. I think he took the stress damage from the attack, lost the virtue, and then took like the crit stress or whatever it was afterwards. Or someone yelled at you first. I can't really tell. This vet, oh my god, Hellion. This is such bad luck. This is like when I was playing my my randomizer challenge, and I did a shield breaker nightmare. And during the nightmare, I did some. I gambled with Crusader on opening books because that was the modifiers. I had to open all the curio. So I had Crusader open the books, and he hit a resolve check, and then he got like abusive or something. And he yelled at Shieldbreaker every time something happened during the nightmare. And he caused like 48 stress alone by himself over like 6 turns, 5 turns, something like that. It was so stupid. And I ended up losing that one because I think Shieldbreaker heart attacked from like 20 stress up to 200. It was really dumb. This is winnable. Let's go in. You gotta do damage. Are we in a ballad? Let's group heal. Let's group heal every turn. Between a stun and Vessel's group heal, she can actually out heal this. As long as she doesn't skip any turns. We need ballad. We need accuracy and ballad. Should be an affliction. No, that minus 45% stress. Coming in clutch. I had my door cracked. That was scary. I had my door cracked, my windows open, so the air just sucked it shut. Woo. Do I have time for a story? You know, as a teenager, I remember I was watching The Sixth Sense at like 1 in the morning. And I was in the living room. And when I was watching it, I had my bedroom door open, but my room was, a bit further away from the living room, obviously. And the same thing happened. I had the window open. And so I'm watching The Sixth Sense, and then like at this really scary part of that movie, or like this creepy part, my door slammed shut at the same time, and it just scared the absolute ever-living out of me. Is it ever-living? I don't know. Like, they say oblivion, but like in a weird way or something. IDK. Kind of needed Hellion to get that. Oh, she ignites one. So, how do we lose this from here? Because I'm going to tell you what the title is. The title is A Failed Attempt at the Final Boss and Game Wipe of a Bloodmoon Torchless Darkest Dungeon Campaign. This was Torchless. Oh, interesting. So, we wipe here. I don't see how from this position. We have to lose 3 people on the final phase, right? That's what it has to be. Like, I can't understand anything else killing us right now, unless we get, like, chain crit over and over. HP's okay. Stress is, you know, scary, but we got Hellion from, like, heart attack range back down to almost 100. She's like 120-ish, 130. Which is really impressive. These afflictions are going to kill us. Because, you know, you take a bit of stress from the attack, and then, like, you get yelled at by the teammates, and that just compounds every stress thing that gets hit with, or you get hit with. Houndmaster surprisingly be very good here. Because you could AoW. We don't think Crusader's going to virtue again. Dude, Crusader's wild. Resolve checked, virtued, back up to 200, lost it, about to resolve check again. I could see Vestal going down to something, something silly. And then once... Just resist, man. Like, once Vestal goes down, this team's gonna fall apart for sure. Or Jester. Ballad. Woo! I was really thinking he was gonna virtue a second time. I would have laughed. We're in trouble. Should have stunned him here. Stun him up front. Like a team like this, what's really nice is you stun him up front with Hellion and she gets like 2 bleed outs. That's a lot of damage. Good dodge. Like, everyone's afflicted. I would just ballad and go in. Stun him. Please stun him up there. Oh, we're so close. By the way, you see what I'm saying? We dodge, which is cool. About the first 30 minutes, first 32 minutes of this fight, about first 30 because we had to walk down the hallway, was phase 1. The last 20 minutes of the video is the rest of the fight. Phase 1 is a frickin' slog. It takes way too long. I consider if it bleeds. I think if it bleeds is gonna be more damage than Wicked Hack right now. Just because he's gonna be alive for so long that you can get all of the use out of the bleed damage. Because each if it bleeds hit is essentially, I think, 12 damage with if the bleed sticks, and then you have the like 7 to 12 on top that it has for on hit. Whatever it is. So each one's essentially like 19 to 24, something like that. Let's see. 7 to 13. With a 4-point bleed, right? So if it bleeds that sticks is 19 to 25 damage. Opposed to Wicked Hack, which is 10 to 19. And then if it bleeds, if that does crits, then you get an extra 8 damage on top. So that's pretty good. Plus your max roll. So it'd be essentially like 40 damage for a crit, which is way higher than Wicked Hack's 30 that it'd be critting at. So it's max roll and 50%, you know? Yeah, right there, man. This is getting into Heartbreak territory. Just watching it is heartbreaking. Reveal. Nice. Oh my god, if he goes to like rank 4, he's getting crits at the right time. Oh man. Oh my god, there it is. Oh, come on. Not like this, man. Let's bop him. Do it. Do it. Maybe it's a phase 3.
The flesh is immortal. It is undying.
This is not
It does not take
winnable at this point.
ideas of form.
There's enough stress damage and stuff from the fight here, the last part of it. Sure, spam adrenaline. Why not? Death blow resist, not a myth. Stun it. Gotta do some damage. We don't get to phase 4, do we? I'm gonna reiterate, I don't know how many deaths were allowed on this file, but if it's more than 2, we should retreat now. Because we're staring down a party wipe. The thing, I'm gonna talk about something. So I streamed Torchless today, and I had that mission I talked about where out of like 4 fights I got surprised 3 times and I almost died. And I got to the last fight of the dungeon because it was an all battles thing. And when I got to the last room, I had 1 virtue, 3 afflictions, and everyone was like half HP-ish or a little bit more. And I retreated. And people were saying, like, why didn't you fight that? You know, like, everyone had good enough HP. Like, their stress was only about 100 and something. But what I want to make clear is that afflictions are more dangerous than they seem, especially this situation. This is a little more rough than what I was experiencing. But all it takes is, like, 1 really bad act out that targets the wrong person, or, like, Vestal skips her turn, and then everyone's dead. That is how fragile this can be. And that's what it feels like right now. It feels like Vestal can just skip her turn and that's it. And we're going to lose like 2 people. So because of that, we should be running. Especially because we're not stunning this thing. Vestal can group heal from up there, which is good, because that's the best thing she could be doing right now. But she's also afflicted. So group heal doesn't do a whole lot. We don't need to cure that with Vessel. We don't need to cure that Blight. It's only 3. We can save it for someone else. Like, he doesn't even do on-hit damage.
Behold the heart of the world, progenitor of life, father and mother.
Oh, that's a hard attack, right?
And
Yeah.
Omega, our creator, and our destroyer.
We have Finale. Just Ballad. I give up Vessel at this point. Like, if Vessel can stay alive and get some stress heals, or not stress heals, just regular heals, that's fine. But I've given up on Vessel. Ideally, she gets like 2 heals out and then she dies at this point. Then we're killing Hellion second. Stun. I take the chance on a stun. I don't want to get hit by this thing right now. I really don't know what to do from here. Like, we played so slow. And we got Mega Punish for it. And we can still win. Well, at least he healed himself. Heart attack. This is over. So we should retreat right here. We should have retreated in phase 3. Or phase 1. But we do not have enough left in the tank to do 200 damage. HOD playing out of its mother effing mind, dude. Just critting the right people to Death Store them and Heart Attack them on the same turn. Got some damage. Time for Adrenaline Rush spam. Adrenaline, please. Wow, we hit pretty hard. Oh, we got the Martyr Seal. And we dodged. Why do you take stress from that? It missed. Jester needs the fattest crit of his life. Oh my god, we're so close. Oh, she's dead, right? Nope. I was still no heart attack. Yeah, do this as much as we can because we're not going to get a we only have one finale. Oh, that was it. Keith, I'm sorry, that's a heartbreaker, dude. That is... Ow. Autopsy. We played too slow. We went fully reactive gameplay when we should have been using Ballad and just trying to kill things as quickly as possible. We spent too long in phase 1. A lot of things in phase 1, we put them to like 10 HP, and then we spend the rest of the turn healing, and then they get healed, and then we have to do an additional, like, you know, 10, 15 damage. Like 8 to 10. And then after like every time we start turning it around too, the game would just get like ridiculous crits that I don't remember it being that high. So it's like a combination of like the mistakes and the enemy just getting crits where it needed to, like the perfect time for some of these crits too, and that created a situation that was just too difficult to return from. I think I didn't like Martyr Seal on Hellion. I still don't, but it was pretty fun at the end to see her just start popping off with damage because she had Martyr Seal active, and then DBR became a myth, and then she just died to a random bleed check, and that sucked. That was winnable. Like, we should have retreated in phase 1 and just sacrificed a hero, but it was so close. Like, if Hellion lived that extra bit and Jester hit like a 50 damage finale crit, then that might have been it. I don't know. But I'm sorry to see that. And I think that's all I got as far as advice. Like, not enough ballad, too much healing, not enough stunning. Sacred Scroll's just not good. And got unlucky where we didn't need to get unlucky, and that all just made everything worse. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.